vitamin rich.
Yes,
Rita
sir.
Rocha from
Yes, sir.
INVITAS.
Yes, sir. All day. Let's go. Woo! What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Vitamin Rich in the mix. That's right. I'm in the mix. I got some exciting stuff to tell you and share with you today. So thank you for joining us here
Those
today.
pastel colors look good on you.
Dude, I'm feeling so trippy right now, bro.
And talking about tripping,
Hey.
you had what a week. The past 2 weeks.
Yes.
You went through a lot.
Yes, I
You
did.
did fasting.
Man, wow.
It was a
Mm.
full. It was a full fasting.
Yes.
6 days.
6 days.
Wow.
3-day water fasting, 3-day juicing fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting. Very revealing. Very revealing. I really got to know myself, the stories I tell myself. To what length do I tell myself these stories to try to compromise the objective? That was interesting. There was a moment in time in which I started thinking that maybe I may pass out if I'm driving or God knows what, all this other crazy stories. Wasn't true. It was never gonna really happen. It was within the first 12 hours. Like, I'm not. This was all this. It was in my head. It was in my mind. I really realized that I was getting in my way. It taught me very much also how to be organized. One thing is to have thoughts. Another thing is to write them down and have a plan of action and execute those daily tasks and daily, that would have helped significantly too. So this was a dry run, but it was a great run.
Describe to us the stages, like first day, second day, third day.
Okay, yes, because we also have to talk about the breathing exercises. I incorporated the breathing exercises. That was very interesting. And the book.
Did you do the Wim Hof or the Buteyko?
I started with a Buteyko. I was looking into that, and that was deep. I was doing the Wim Hof, because that's what I kind of go, like, that's my default. But I started thinking about what you were talking about, and while I was in that meditating reading, so I didn't get too much to the book because I was more into the breathing exercises to be able to breathe while I was reading. I was really, that's another thing that it revealed. Like, I was trying to put so much on the challenge that it became more than just a fasting challenge. It became all these other things. But in reality, it would have been nice too in the future just to stick to one and focus on that and that experience rather than perhaps all these other things but yes, I did do some of the breathing exercises. The day-by-day experience was amazing. The first day, the excuses were mind-blowing. I was concerned that, like I mentioned, that I may pass out if I'm driving because I haven't eaten in 8-10 hours. One really doesn't know starvation until, I think you go past 24 hours, because that is really when I started thinking to myself and understanding purpose. What is purpose?
You only had water.
Only water. And I had, what got me through the days was purpose. Why am I doing this? Not reason. Reason is, there's a lot of reasons why it's good to flush your system out and detox and all these other reasons. But purpose, my purpose was to fulfill this challenge that I was challenged with. And that was actually a weak purpose. I feel as though in the next one, when I go in with the purpose of actual detoxing and fasting and all that to the level that I have now, I can tweak it now. The results are going to be even more extraordinary. There was several.
Okay, by the third day, what was going on?
Third day, thank you. Third day, I was ready to go. I was still feeling very much energized. I never got to the point where I felt depleted, which is a good indication for me as to where my nutrients were at, because obviously I get a lot of my IV vitamin infusions. I use them myself, and so I know that my levels were very good, never had any issues with that, any fatigue. I only had that the first day, but again, I stopped everything cold turkey. Coffee, sugars, creams, anything and everything, I completely stopped. So I could understand why the first day I was feeling the way I was. By the third day, though, I was feeling light and clean. started feeling a need to not only of gratitude but of prayer, of some kind of spirituality that I wanted to just connect with and feel. It was beautiful. It was very amazing. I had never really felt that experience of just, it was a more palpable feeling of wanting to just be connected to this actual spirituality. It was so beautiful. My appreciation for food, I was already starting to change, obviously. Once I got into the juicing, I love the juicing part of it. It was great. It was fun. It was exciting for someone who's never done that. Going to the markets, getting the fruits, that was excellent too. I realized though, it's amazing how your body starts to talk to you and you start to realize what it's telling you. And for me, for example, I realized that the fruit juices were not as, my body didn't need as much sugar, if you will, as much as the greens and the sodium from the celery and things of that nature. So
it's like your body at some point it breaks down.
Yes.
Wants to have the basic.
Yes, absolutely.
Salt, like sodium.
Yes, it tells you exactly what you need, because whatever was too sweet, or whatever was sweet, to me tasted too sweet. And so anything that was good in green or in some kind of, like the spinach even actually was really good for me. My body could tolerate it a lot easier.
It's like taking out all those layers that we have of taste.
Yes.
In our taste buds, we
Yes.
have layers.
Absolutely.
And we're always so oversaturated with all the flavors.
Well said.
And when we become simpler,
Yes.
it's like you go back to tasting the basics.
Yeah. Food tasted amazing. The texture. I was so
Wow.
grateful for my first meal.
So it says a lot.
My first meal, I even served myself less than I usually am used to eating. And
Can you raise your mic a little bit, please?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your
Yes, sir.
first-
Better? Is that better there?
Yeah.
Or no?
Okay. So it's like going back to scratch, like
Yeah.
zero.
Yes. I felt like I was at a very, at my core. Very light, clean. By the 5th day, I had lost 7.5 pounds. I was concerned. I didn't want to weigh myself on the 6th day because I didn't want to lose any more weight, even though I understand it was water weight, and it still, for me, was light, but I did feel good. My skin felt clean. Not that it doesn't usually, but it just had like this different glow to it. Maybe these were things that I was just looking for, but I did feel and I did move cleaner, lighter, a lot more appreciation for the ability of being able to eat, and the resources, all the food that we have access to that perhaps you take for granted because there's so much of it. But it really made me think, like, what am I going to eat? How am I going to introduce food back into my system? What's the diet that I'm going to keep after I do this? When do I do it again? All of these questions came up, and I was able to then further understand where this is going to. So there's a couple different diets that I'm looking into. One is juicing 2 times a day, eating 1 solid meal a day. I'm going to see how that feels.
So you're gonna stay. You have modified your eating habits.
I tried it
the
out.
fasting.
I definitely did. I will be honest with you. Towards the end of the whole juicing thing, I felt like I needed food, like heavy substance food. I really felt like the juices were already, even though the green ones were great, I felt like I needed to, I felt like I really needed to just eat something of solid. It was a lot. So 6 days for me was a lot. With that being said, I'm going to bring into today's topic, because today's topic is one that's fascinating. And this actually has part to do with that, because today's topic, what it really entails is that we're always told, or we've become these certain types of characters, or we've had these coping mechanisms, these trauma bonds, these ways of associations to move through life based off of how we associate with life and we relate to life. What tends to happen is that Once those limiting beliefs or that idea of who we are told we are, that we start believing that we are that character, when we set that aside and open up to our true authentic self of who we truly really are, that is when you are someone, because all the other ones are just the characters.
So you came in today saying that statement. I think it was the first sentence you said.
You're nobody.
You are nobody
kills you
until somebody kills you.
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is that somebody?
Yourself.
Yourself.
Or you have to kill that person within you of limiting beliefs, of doubt, of the story that you keep telling yourself and associating to, because you looked at things through that lens with compassion, but that's what you started to believe. But now this is different. We are creating our story. We're not living by a story that was told to us by others and their lenses.
You reminded me of Ram Dass.
Whoa.
With his book, Becoming Nobody. What is this nobody notion for you now?
Whoa. Wow. Great questions, man. Damn. Wow. Yours truly, Kike Posada in the house, dropping knowledge, asking the right questions at the right times. Wow. Yes. No. The no.
Because we're told since we come to this world, since we're told you have to become somebody.
Right.
You have to become.
Right.
Achiever.
And I think that becoming that someone in today's terms is becoming you, becoming who you are without having those limitations or those fears or those doubts of the que dirán, or what are, the judgment of others.
What will they say?
What will they say? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Who cares what they're going to say? How about making peace and accepting the fact that you feel the way that you do, and maybe question why do you feel the feelings that you're feeling, but understand yourself better, rather than to portray this image or put up this facade that is actually, it's so sad because it's not really the authentic you, and you steal that opportunity from the world to get to know your beautiful self based off of your experiences, as opposed to who you're telling us who you want us to see. Allow us to see who you truly are and appreciate you for who you truly are. And that is the whole point of what this is really truly about. Who are we? Who are we presenting as? Of course we're a soul, and there's all these characters, and we get to share this experience, all of us together. So thank you all for being here in this space. I sincerely mean that when I say that, because this is so cool. We could be somewhere else, but we're here. So thank you. The amazing part about all that is now, who's this character? And that's who you see before you out of all of this rich mindset. Vitamin Rich is cool. Rich mindset, he's the guy who made it out on the other side of fasting. Vitamin Rich doesn't know fasting. Rich mindset knows fasting. Rich mindset knows starvation. I know what it's like to try to...
So the basic contradiction, I would say, or opposites in Western philosophies and Eastern philosophies, is that whilst the Eastern is telling you not get rid of, but learn to diminish or give less power to your ego, give more attention to the soul.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
The Western culture has been about give more attention to your ego, to your character. You were mentioning also that, no? The character we play. So, and less to your soul or to that higher being that is also you.
Yes, exactly.
So between those two, we find ourselves always, deciding, struggling, which way should it be?
It's interesting you should say that.
No?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I don't want to sound oversimplifying things, because it's not
so
my
true.
intention, but
no, it's direct.
I see it that way. since I was a kid, I was into meditation, and it was all about, don't listen to your mind. Your mind is, in a way, it's fooling you. It's making you believe all these things. Try to stay with your essence. And then I was also facing, my upbringing was facing all these challenges of you have to be this and be that, and you gotta behave a certain way.
Right.
You have to become an important member of society, and all these things. And those imply becoming a character, playing a role.
Right.
No?
Yes. Playing a role.
And especially for us, well, I say because both of us are men, we have certain particular, endeavors and requirements. You have to be this provider, and you have to be this way strong. You have to be an anchor. You have to be like a you have to be the foundation of so many things, no? So you come today after fasting 6 days. I tell you that I just had the astrological chart being done to me, and I give you all my stories, all my feed you with all my drama. You say it's not about that. It's about becoming nobody. So we're here. We want to hear. I would love to hear from people. Which is the way, or is there really a better way, or perhaps learn to dance?
Yes. Learn to dance with the
Learn
devil
to
under
dance
the pale moonlight.
with all of this.
Learn to dance with the devil under the pale moonlight. The Joker said that. Yeah.
I gotta see that face again. What is that face?
So
Okay.
Kike, listen. Honestly, there's.
By the way, you guys carry out an operation called INVITAS,
Yes.
and which is the proud sponsor of this space, Invitas for Life, where you will get all your nutrition related, treatments, all your massage therapy, hypnotherapy. You will
Acupuncture.
have acupuncture. One stop. That mic is alive. You will be doing. You will be getting all these services in one place. So we strongly encourage you to visit. This is Richard Rocha and Dr. Justin Newman with two happy clients. You're having a juice, one of those little delicious juices that you prepare.
Yes, sir.
So this is what you do. You look for wellness all the time. This is all about. This is what you guys are into. This is that defines your operation, and at the same time, you bring this topic today because it's your discovery. It's your finding that you have to be less of what you think you are and be more, or perhaps something you didn't really know you were.
Well, it's also about self-discovery, finding out who you are. The most beautiful person that you'll ever meet is yourself. And you have that ability to do so. We're just always looking out rather than looking in. And that's really what my walks of life are teaching me. What you see is a reflection of all my walks of life. It's just that plain and simple. There's really nothing much more to me, no different from me and you. It's just a matter of being aware of what you want to see. Do you want to really get to know who you are? Of course, I got to look in all those places within myself, the light and dark, and I make peace and love those places. That's why when you talk to me about, what's the right way to go, whether what the stars say and what, perhaps learning to be less of who you are and becoming who you really are meant to be, I feel as though that whole journey takes away from the experience of becoming who we are. And I guess that to some degree is the path that you have chosen to allow both of those factors to dictate what life is. As opposed to, for me, there's so many questions. Really all I can do is just be who I am as a being and experience life as what it takes, with no expectations of I'm supposed to be a certain way or not, because believe it or not, I too have. It's amazing how society will challenge you based off of this story and this narrative that's once been told. And that narrative to some degree, was very demeaning and degrading to women who they were expected to be a certain type of way, which created the men to be a certain type of way. Well, those times are now. Newsflash, it's 2021. If everyone hasn't figured it out, look how crazy the world is. So the fact that we create this expectation that one has to do the other over the other is very degrading and demeaning to the both. It takes a team to create a family and a unity and a bond. It's not a matter of who's carrying more of the weight. It's the objective is to make it to the finish line. The problem is that when you start looking at things through an Eastern or Western frame of mind,
optic,
thank you, sir, you create this turbulence from within you, because ideally, who cares whether it's East or West? The truth of the matter is the experience that you're having now and how you move forward in life. Ideally, it would make sense to live with your heart and proceed forward. Your ego can get you killed, though. Your ego can get you killed. And that's what the saying is. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Well, you're nobody. You can be very egotistical and you become nobody. Someone will eventually find you. They'll create another program better than yours. They'll do something different or more innovative or something. Somehow, some way, that limiting belief has to die, and that those limitations that those barriers that you put on yourself has to be broken. And once you break past that and you're authentic, transparent, this is who I am, now you're living in its essence. Judge all you want. Take all the shots you want. Everything. Throw it at me. It doesn't even really matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore because I know who I am. It would matter if I was pretending, because now I got to throw up another facade and dodge that stone, and throw up another facade, throw that stone, and another one. You know what? Yeah, hey, listen.
You got that movement from the Matrix.
Yes, sir. There it is. So this is a lot of what we talk about, these characters, and that is, we have the ability to create these characters in the future, so you can create happiness and all of these. We can challenge the things that we're stuck in and say, hey, let me enjoy life. Who do I want to be tomorrow? I want to be this, that, and the other. And walk and step into that character. Instead of looking back and saying, this is who I was told I'm going to be, so I have to now force myself to be this person, even though I'm evolving to be someone else. No, keep me in this box. You are supposed to be here. This is here because the sun said it. The sun is within you, man. You are the sun. You are everything. Talk to me.
It occurs to me that what we really are, that's your higher self calling.
He's telling me you got a patience.
Tell him to hold on. You're busy talking about how to become nobody. Look, we look like we're into under something, but yes, no, we're not.
We are. No, this is life, just pure.
Yeah. It occurs to me that what we really are is what we are looking, and we will end up discovering that by becoming that nobody, we will find ourselves in our true essence.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the whole goal.
Yes.
Because it's about becoming
you
something, but that something is what you really are.
Yes. It's exactly what it is. Just
no?
Become you without having to worry about the impact on what you're going to have on others, because then you're not living you're living this character to support others, and you lose yourself in the service of others, but those others need you at 100% capacity.
Wasting all this energy.
Yeah, instead of going outward, go inward. Build yourself up. I am this. You're damn right I am that. And you know what? I can change that, but at least I know who I am. And now I can offer you someone completely different, because I'm sure of who I am, not of what someone told me I am. No, this is who I am. That is a different frequency.
And you feel that what you did with the fasting was crucial in this new.
It was. Yeah, I felt like
You
I needed
look out?
to do so. I had to do so in order for me to show, not only have the experience and say that I've done it, but now when I talk to somebody about, perhaps trying something that's, to stop doing something, let's say, then I do know what it's like to be starving. I do know what it's like to have desperations. I've fasted to the point where I could feel my body physically needing something, and I didn't do it. And if I can do it, there's no reason you can't do it. Or at least I'll be here with you trying to get you to do it. But I do believe in you, and we can do it, and it can be done, and I'm showing you it can be done, and I'm here for you. Again, I'm not a doctor, but at least I'll cheer you on, like, hey, I believe in you. We can do this. I'm no different from anyone else. I'm no different. No different.
And that's what you and Dr. Newman really enjoy doing, like being cheerleaders for people.
People forget how to love themselves. How
You
to
do it
believe
in
themselves.
on the field.
Yes.
We're looking at you
Yes.
guys, helping out.
They don't know how to. They feel weird. They feel weird giving themselves this attention that they so desperately want and need and look for and yearn for, and they give it to so many other things. Wow, look at this one, look at that house, look at that car, look at, wow, blah blah blah. Always looking out, never looking in. But I can see you within, and I know how to amplify that. I know how to tell you that you're beautiful and believe in you. The crazy part is, you want to know what's the crazy part about this, what I do, Kike? It's not even about, people don't even want to hear it from me. They want to hear it from someone else. And they don't get that from that someone else. That's the fucking crazy part.
Yeah, especially from the
Because
closest.
coming from me, he's kind of weird. No, I'm just trying to point out the fact that we're all trying to feel this. I'm pointing out the elephant in the room. I'm not trying to play no facade. I need love. I need hugs. I need to be acknowledged. I need to connect. I need to belong. We all do. Don't play. What are we doing? I'm not good. I can't play that game.
Let me, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I would like to give a shout out to Rosario, but I'm going to do it in Spanish.
Yes.
Rosario Bella dice, hola, los veo, pero no sé inglés.
Ay,
Así que muchas gracias, Rosario. Sabemos que sí, pero bueno, sabes que en la diversidad está también la riqueza. Así que te mandamos un beso, gracias por estar. Esperemos poder traducir esto con subtítulos, ¿no? Y lo mismo a Adriana Solano. Así estoy yo. So they're listening, están escuchando.
Más
They're listening, they're getting it. So
y disculpa que sabes que sí vamos a tener que hacer también grabar en español, verdaderamente, para mi gente latinos, que de verdad los quiero mucho, y disculpa que sí, hablando español voy a meter la pata de vez en cuando y decir cosas que quizás son un poco raro, diferente, pero por lo menos me entienden.
Estás fantástico. Estás fantástico, lo haces muy bien,
Gracias.
Richard.
Thank you, señor.
Ese va a ser un siguiente paso para ti.
Yes. Sí, señor.
Soltarte en español.
Me fascina, suéltame, let's go. Tengo que hacerlo, Kika, y contigo yo sé que todo va a ir súper bien, que estoy en buenas manos y tengo todo el fe. So, te espero, Adriana, y la otra es...
Y Rosario.
Rosario, en la próxima vez cuando lo hacemos en español. ¡Gol!
Excelente.
Okay. Sorry.
So that will be, that will wrap things up for us.
Sí.
I hope that you get a hint, not a hint, just even if we can grasp a little bit of this topic, because I mean we're both learning as well.
Yes.
We don't hold any truth here. We're just trying to share the experiences that we have had, and particularly with your recent experience in fasting.
Yes, sir.
And learning this. I bet you didn't know this before, that you were going to to feel and learn this about
Right.
yourself
Right.
until you
Mhm.
you went through it.
Yes, sir.
So it's about
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So Richard, thank you.
Yes.
This is Rich Rocha from INVITAS.
Yes.
We invite you to visit their website and learn more about the services they provide. It's nutrition, vitamin infusion, it's acupuncture, it's hypnotherapy, it's massage.
Life coaching.
You have professionals.
Talking, diagnostics, love, light, energy, great company. I mean, come on. What else do you want, girl? I got you.
A big shout out to Dr. Justin Newman,
Yes.
who is here in spirit. So
He's the best.
exactly.
Yes.
We love you,
everybody.
Dr. Newman. And next week we're going to be talking about yet another important.
Next week we have
Finding.
a very exciting surprise. Stay tuned.
Yes.
You're about to see what time it is. Get ready for a holistic happy hour with yours truly, Vitamin Rich, in the mix, Dr. Justin Newman, Kika Posada, and the rest.
Surprise. See you. Bye bye, guys.